Hello, I'm Eugene Rome from Timișoara, Romania, and I made some research from around 12 years regarding Tartaria tablets, and some days before I was about to post a video clip on YouTube, but I realized that I have to kind of boulders in the road due of the two facts. One is the fact that in these Tartaria tablets we have signs from different places and different writing systems and periods of time. This is one, and another is the presence on the round tablet, on the upper half of the round tablet here, of some signs which by no way were used in any writing systems before 2000 BC. These signs in the shape of H, in this shape with 3 rungs, was used in many writing systems like Old Phoenician, Old Hebrew, ancient Greek alphabet, and many others in this shape with slanted vertical bars, but not in this shape before 2000 BC. There was an H-like sign in proto-cuneiform, Sumerian proto-cuneiform, which had the name Ku, which is in the shape of a boxed H. Scientists name it boxed eta. In this shape, boxed was used, for example, in Old Hebrew and in ancient Greek alphabets, archaic alphabets. Yes, boxed meaning that we have some 6 points, and then there are lines which are united those points. You see 1, 2, 3 point, 4, 5, 6. Only in this shape was used before 2000 BC. In this shape was used in Aegean scripts, and was noted with a name Pa3, which is supposed to be for consonant pa or pi or fa or phi. Yes, this sign was not used only in Canaanite, as I said, writing, and in archaic Greek. This D-shaped was used in Proto-Sumerian cuneiform, but with a stroke parallel to this vertical line in this capital D shape, and with this stroke parallel to the line was the sign for Ninda, which is meaning in Sumerian and in Hittite bread. In Sumerian it meant exactly a portion, a ratio of food, of bread. Yes, because they used a bowl like this. At the first time this sign was turned 90 degrees, and like a bowl on the table, and after some time they turned 90 degrees in this position. Yes, I remember that two scientists had an approach of these Tartaria tablets, realizing that these shapes were not used in such ancient times as the times supposed to be the tablets. They say that could be even 5,500 BC, but in my opinion, by no way is they are so old. The discoverer, archaeologist Nikolai Vlasa, advanced an age around 2700 BC, which is proving to be much close, as I will show immediately to you. Two scientists, in their interpreting approaches, thought that these signs, this D and DDOC, represented the moon, respective in the right part here. DDOC represented moon phases, moon cycles. These scientists which made this approach was the Italian Marco Merlini and the Bulgarian Rumen Kolev. As from my recollection, Rumen Kolev was before Marco Merlini. Rumen Kolev thought of moon phases in 1920, yes, and 1914, and Marco Merlini in 1920, maybe. But they have no proof how it could be moon phases. Marco Merlini gone further in stating that here we have fertility calendar was telling women that fertility moon cycles about menstruation, yes. But in his paper, he was talking about many things, and biology in pages and pages, and about many numbers, as I 7, 8, 10, no, don't remember. But no one of these two scientists not noticed that we could have here a possible example of Aegean writing, linear A or linear B, because we have here the sign Pa and here the sign for moon. These signs could be read Pa, Pa Mini, Pa Mene. The word for moon in Minoan language is written Mene, but is pronounced Mini or Mene. Yes. And we have here, we read entire word as Pamene. Pamene. I found that this word was present before in an inscription in the shape of Pameni, which a scientist saying that had the meaning of Pa, which is for all, and many is for months. Then we grasp the meaning, all the months, that is meaning 1 year. And they found an inscription in which was written Pameni Polo 100. That is for 1 year. 1 year. 1 year horses. 1 year horses. 100. Yes. And in here we could have the moon phases. These begin to increase, and this is a full moon, and here is a new moon at the end. No one of these two scientists not realized that we could have here the word all months could be interpreted rather in the way Pa is like pi in Paito, which is for Phaistos, which is a lighted, much lighted in translation, Phaistos. Yes, and this Pa or Pi or Phi is present in the name Parsify, Pacify, Pacify, which had the meaning it's all light, all light, all lighted, I don't know. That's. Then we have here all lights, which could be for all moon phases. Even the word light, which had the etymology, the root phos, had the origin in ancient Greek. Another old root, it's funny, which is for to reveal. That's why I suppose that many had the meaning rather of all lights. One most important thing to show you is the fact that Minoans used for numbers signs like this. For 10 they used a horizontal line. For units they used vertical lines or strokes. So we could have here 10, which is here a horizontal line, and also here we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then totaling 15, which is very interesting. The time, the period of the female moon lunar cycle, in which is fertile, which is lasting 15 days. Another thing which I realized is the following. When one began to write this 15 number, then he made a horizontal line for 10, one vertical stroke, then meaning 11, the second is meaning 12, and the third is meaning 13, which, very interesting, represented the most fertile day of the female menstruation cycle, which is between day 10 and day 15. Yes, is one of the maximum fertility days. Yes. And this is my interpretation. Probably this fact is in relation with another one noticed by the before mentioned scientist Italian Marco Merlini, which revealed that when one is putting this tablet on this round one and put a string through the holes in order to be hanged around the neck, this squared tablet is covering the upper half of the round tablet, but exactly the tablet goes only to this horizontal line and not get over down. Probably this was a kind of secret ancient knowledge, possible related to some magic or rituals of initiations of young women, of girls, young women, like in many cultures are ritual initiations of the boys when goes to so-called mature age, adult age. Yes, this is what I wanted to tell you, and hope was an interesting story. And I forget to mention that I realize I have a personal opinion why we have so different signs, and other scientists realize that even that we have signs which are like or exactly like Sumerian proto-cuneiform signs, we have no exactly proto-cuneiform Sumerian signs, and even further, the supposed scribe had not knowledge of the writing, was kind of illiterate, and they advanced the hypothesis that this supposed scribe was a trader, or possible a metal prospector coming from somewhere from the south, even from Sumeria. These before named scientists which made their papers have no much knowledge about Aegean writings, because all discovery quite new. Sumerian proto-cuneiform signs were discovered in 1925 by Leonard Woolley, a British archaeologist, and Aegean writings were discovered by Arthur Evans, an English archaeologist. So was not much time to relate one to another. But from some years before, two scientists from Greece, Evangelos Papakitsos and Giannis Kenanidis, made their research because they are involved in cyber sciences and high-level linguistics, and advanced the hypothesis that before Aegean writings as Cretan hieroglyphic linear A and linear B was a kind of proto-linear syllabary present in Aegean area, which was due of was introduced by early Sumerian migrants, which probably were not in great numbers, but entered possible the eastern part of Crete Isle. Yes, and they made their research comparing some signs, Sumerian with those Aegean, and they say that the beginning of the Aegean writing, this proto-linear writing syllabary, was beginning in 2800, 2700 BC, which is, in my opinion, very close to the period when Sumerian began to use the earliest form of writing, which is was not proper writing, was proto-writing, and which was used between 3500 and 3000 BC there in the territory of present Iraq, in Mesopotamia, Sumer, and in part of nowadays Iran, in the Susa part of Iran, which the writing was named Proto-Elamite. Yes, those early writings used in Aegean, Cretan cuneiform and linear A is not deciphered. Even now, only linear B was deciphered by British scientist Michael Ventrix. Yes. Linear B is a form of very archaic Greek language. But despite the fact that linear A is using most of the signs from linear B, writing is not deciphered because nobody found the language which was used, despite the great efforts made by many scientists to approach to Anatolian family of language, to Semitic family, to Egyptian, to Indo-European, and I don't remember other branches, but they not found the language we use by Minoan in this linear A writing. Yes, this was my story, and hope you like it, and I excited a little then to put me questions. I have a blog named Tartaria tablets.com, and also I put some video clips on YouTube regarding these Tartaria tablets. Thank you very much, and bye bye.